Hi, my name's Gerald, and man, I've got some really exciting news to bring to you today. So we all heard the news over the last couple of days about CEO of Stellantis, Carlos Tavares, resigning. Probably more or less, he probably got fired, and it was mostly because of disagreements that he has had with his board, as well as the floundering of Stellantis. So if you look at Jeep sales over the last 5 years, how much it has dropped. And the reason for that is a combination of consumers kind of just getting pissed off with the brand because of some of the decisions that they've made, as well as significantly raising prices. So if you look at the average transaction price between 2019 and 2024, it's gone up 50%. You know, they've priced most Jeep, Ram, and Dodge buyers out of the market. So the company has decided to bring together a committee chaired by John Elkann, and the committee is going to kind of, I guess, run the operation by committee, which is never a great thing, unless you give, kind of autonomous authority to certain individuals to let them really move the company forward. But yeah, that's what they've decided to do now. John Elkann, he was CEO of Fiat back when Fiat was involved with Chrysler and they owned the group. And actually a lot of good things happened during that time. So maybe Elkann, can kind of keep his hands off a little bit and let things run the way they should. But what's brand new, well, first of all, nobody liked Tavares, right? So here's what the union auto workers, they had a website dedicated to shitcan Carlos. So shitcancarlos.com. So yeah, I think they're probably celebrating. But what is brand new news that I just heard about, and this was from TK's Garage. So this guy has a lot of subscribers. This particular video doesn't have a lot of views yet, but he says that John Elkann, the board chairman of Stellantis currently, had conversations with this godfather of the V8, godfather of the Hellcat, Tim Kuniskis. So Tim Kuniskis was CEO of Dodge and Ram up until May of this year. He basically brought the Hellcat to the Dodge Charger, and he was responsible for the Hemis, and just, you remember 6 or 7 years ago how we had those muscle car commercials.
Here are a couple things America got right. Cars and freedom.
Those were great commercials. Those was when the company was great. They were rebellious. They were muscle cars. They were badass cars. So anyway, he was responsible for a lot of this, and he retired in May because of basically Stellantis, Ram, Dodge, moving in a different direction that he couldn't control. So he didn't agree with the decisions of going to the smaller displacement, more of the hybrids, more of the EV strategy. He thought that they should stick with kind of what is working. And so, yeah, he left under probably not great terms, but TK is reporting that Tim Kuniskis had conversations with John Elkann, a couple of them. Now, obviously, they're probably talking to him about coming back. I would assume for the CEO role to kind of bring confidence back to consumers and dealerships. I think by making this move, by bringing him back, would probably double the stock price for Stellantis over a couple of days. And I think he could really bring back the tradition of Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. And I think that would be just amazing. So I kind of came up with a wish list. This was actually before I got this news, but I came up with a wish list of, I think, the things that Stellantis can do to become profitable again and to get more confidence in the consumers. So let's go ahead and look at this wish list in Canva. So we've already taken care of the first one. The next one, we need to hire the Hemi Jesus or the Hellcat Godfather, Tim Kuniskis. That would be amazing. And he would bring back the Hellcat, he would bring back the V8, he would stuff them in just about everything, and he would make them affordable. So give us a Hellcat, a Dodge Challenger Hellcat, with that V8 in it for around $50,000. I mean, that would be amazing. They've got the V8 stuffed into the Hemi 390 V8 stuffed into the Jeep Wrangler, the Rubicon 392, but they charge $100,000 for it. Nobody can afford that, or at least maybe the people that can afford it, they shouldn't be having that car anyway. So yeah, I mean, make that thing available for 60 grand or so. That'll bring consumers back and make a bunch of them. The other thing they need to be considering doing is slowing down their EV plans. EVs just aren't doing that well. Most Americans just don't want EVs. We still don't have the infrastructure to support it. We don't have the electrical grid to support it. And there's a lot of political stuff going on where people just won't support EVs. But everybody likes hybrids. You get better gas mileage. Everybody loves them. A lot of people really like plug-in hybrids. I've got a RAV4 Prime and I just love it. So instead of focusing on EVs, maybe focus on this transition while also keeping your bread and butter alive with the V8s. They also need to fix the defects. So we've got a number of defects with the Wrangler. We had that steering stabilizer issue, but I think they've got that figured out. The 4xe has had so many recalls. They used to have a 10-year warranty on the battery on the 4xe. They changed it to 8. They should just make an announcement that we're going to take care of you. You've adopted the 4xe's early, even though you stuffed them down our throat. But we're going to take care of you. We're going to extend the warranty on the battery, to 15 years or whatever makes sense. But give consumers confidence that they bought that 4xe and they're not going to be screwed. We also have the corrosion issue on the Wranglers ever since that JL has been adopted. Some folks say it's galvanic corrosion and there's an issue between the metal screw that goes through the hinge and the hinge being aluminum and the door being aluminum, that causes the problems. Other folks say it's just moisture that gets behind the paint and gets behind the hinges that causes the problem. It doesn't matter what causes the problem. You have this issue all over the place on these JLs, especially in areas where there's salt and there's a lot of moisture in the air. Take care of it. Say, we made a mistake. We're going to take care of it. Extend that warranty from a 5-year corrosion warranty to a 10-year corrosion warranty. Bite the bullet, but give people some faith that they didn't spend $60,000 or $70,000 for this Jeep to have it looking like crap 6 years after they bought it. So fix the defects. The other thing we need to do is lower MSRP. So I talked about the V8s and bringing back the Hellcats and making them affordable. Make all of your cars affordable. Take the 2024s that are all sitting on dealer lots. Frickin' give all kinds of incentives to get those things off the lots. And then take the 2025s and lower the MSRP on those as well. And stop the bullshit. Stop the BS. Right? So, you only have you don't have anything but 4xe's on the carb states. And I don't know if that's still the case, but folks really don't want the 4xe's. They would like to try out the 4-cylinder turbo to see how that is compared to the V6 Pentastar, but they should be all there that people can buy. I mean, it's crap. They had the recent announcement of the 2025 Wrangler, and everybody wants the Pentastar V6, and they will only give you it with a manual transmission. We know, in 3 or 4 months, they're going to probably offer that automatic transmission again, but they're just playing games. They just want you to buy the 2024 instead of, the 2025. They want to get those off the lots. And I understand that, but that's not how you do it. You lower the prices of the 2024s. Stop with the BS. Nobody can stand that. And then they brought out the new 41 Special Edition Wrangler that everybody loves. They think it's so cool, but it's on a 4xe. Nobody fucking wants the 4xe. Nobody wants to deal with the problems in the 4xe. So stop the bullshit, okay? Finally, by doing all of this, you will gain trust with the brand. You will go back to your roots of being the badass Jeeps, the badass Dodges, the muscle car Dodges. Screw it. Yeah, Stellantis, put America first. This is the cars that we want. You do this, you're going to turn it all around. And finally, just hire this Tim Kuniskis. Don't take 6 months to do this. Bring this guy on. Let's turn things around today. So, sorry, I got so emotional on this. You know, I'm a relatively new Wrangler owner. I've never really been part of this Dodge, Jeep and Ram family. I've owned some Nissans. I had a GTR, had some Fords, had a Mustang. Currently have a Toyota RAV4 Prime that I love. So I'm kind of new to this Jeep, Dodge, Ram situation. And it's really sad what they're doing. And everybody can see it. They need to be more transparent about what they're doing. Take ownership, take responsibility, and let's just fix it. So hope to see you guys in the next video again very soon.